Good morning, Gators. I have a few topics in the news section of the announcement today, so I'm going to jump right into that right away. I've received quite a few inquiries still about parents not receiving these messages. If a parent is not receiving these, it's most likely because they don't have updated information in Infinite Campus or because they've not signed up for their own account on Parent Portal. If you don't know how to set up an account for Parent Portal, please go to our website. Under Gator News, there's a great deal of information related to this current school closure, and there are directions for getting this set up. It's an invaluable communication tool right now and also later when we return to school. As far as technology requests go, we've received over 250 requests for Chromebooks. My admin team and our superstar site-based technician, Dustin Daniels, spent the entire day yesterday putting together Chromebook and charger packages for distribution, and we hope to finish those distributions no later than tomorrow. As you may or may not know, the district has suspended the use of Zoom, the live meeting website that so many of us have gotten to know so well over the past few weeks. This was due to some concerns about the security of their site and some instances of live meetings getting hacked. I've asked our teachers to switch over to using Google Hangouts for the purposes of having meetings. But it might take them a couple of days to get the hang of that system if they've never used it. So please be patient as they learn yet another new platform. It's pretty likely that some of your teachers may not be ready to switch over until after spring break. Speaking of spring break, I've had several people asking if we'll be holding school in its current state over spring break. The answer to that is no, we will not. Teachers' contracts do not include those days, and so they will not be providing instruction during that time. Remember that spring break starts April 6th and runs through April 13th. So that means your first day back to virtual school would be April 14th. I assume everyone knows this next part, but in case you didn't already, our school closure has been extended to April 30th to comply with the national government's stay-at-home order. Although what I'm about to say is not official in any way, I've not been told this by anyone at the district level or anywhere else. It's just my educated guess. I think you should prepare yourself for the distinct possibility that the school closure will extend to the end of the year. Again, this is not official yet, and we could get an unexpected break in this pandemic, but I think we can all agree that that looks unlikely given what we're seeing on the news on a daily basis. I'd like to clarify a question that I got yesterday regarding third quarter grading. We don't yet have a guiding statement from the district regarding how long the gradebook is going to remain open to submit missing work from third quarter. So if you are a student who is affected by that reopening, you should treat this situation as if the window will close tomorrow, because it very well might, and get as much done and handed in as you can in as short a time span as you can. Remember that the only work that may be submitted for a grade at this time is work that was missing from third quarter. We are not reopening the gradebook for any other assignments, nor are we allowing students to resubmit earlier graded work for a better grade. I hope that some of you are working on, or I know that some of you are working on credit retrieval classes and are wondering what's going to happen with the tests and quizzes. We are still imploring the district and Apex and Edgenuity to allow us to unlock tests so you can complete them at home. So far, the answer is still no. We will keep trying. In the meantime, just keep doing those assignments and trust that it will all work out in the end, because I think it will. A few people have asked about graduation announcements that you ordered and how you would get those. I received a call from our vendor yesterday, but wasn't able to answer at the time. I presume that call was about this issue. I will be calling him today, and so I should be able to provide you some information in tomorrow's announcement. I do have some news regarding the trip refund issue, and for once, it's good. Yesterday, I spoke with a representative from World Strides, the company who organized the choir festival in Hawaii, as well as a lot of the lodging, excursions, and so on. We had a very nice conversation, and he was able to enlighten me about why they were reluctant to refund our money. As you know, many groups had to cancel their trips and were asking for refunds. He explained to me that they have been trying to recover the money that they laid out to vendors and have had trouble getting their money, or actually your money, back from those companies. He also stated that they feel badly for all of the participants involved in this trip, as they know how much it meant to many of you, especially the seniors. He went on to explain that they've had to seek outside financing in order to keep their company afloat. So this is hitting everyone very hard, and they are looking out for their employees just as we are looking out for our students, staff, and parents. At the end of the call, we came to the following agreement. They will refund all of the money that we paid them, minus a $35 handling fee per person. What this means is that you will get all your money back. The school or the district will eat the $35 per person cancellation fee. So that's some good news. The little bit of bad news is that it's going to take World Strides some time to process all these payments and get the money out to us. The rep asked if they could split the payments into two parts, the first one coming around the 1st of May and the second one coming around the 1st of June or July. I expressed my preference that it all come at once, but agreed to half in May and half in June, as I felt that was the best deal I could get, given the circumstances. Once we receive those monies, we will begin processing your refunds. I will let you know exactly what you should, when you should be expecting those checks once we get the money in hand and can start that process. It'll be much easier for us to do this on one check rather than several, so we'd like to hold off until we have all the money back. So you're probably looking at mid-June for that money to get back to you. I don't really have any news for you at the moment on any of the other trips, but we are working on it, so keep your fingers and toes crossed. And the last little bit of news today I'd like to share is about a really cool thing that I was made aware of late last night by one of our parents. She gave me permission to share this out, so I'm not breaking any privacy laws here. We get so much negative news all day long, and there's so many stressful things going on in our lives that I thought it would be nice to share something really positive that's happening in the midst of all this chaos. One of our extremely talented musicians, Eli Makaji, was accepted into Juilliard. This is a very big deal, as very few students are selected for admission, and to say it's a very competitive process is like saying the Pentagon is a nice-sized office building. Eli has worked very hard for a very long time to earn this, and I know that he's excited, and our whole school community is very proud of him. Oh, and by the way, Eli has a brother named Tristan who is also extremely talented, and he has also been accepted to some very prestigious music schools as well. Congratulations to both Eli and Tristan, and thank you both for giving us all a reason to smile today and know that good things are still happening. If you know of something good going on with some of our students that we don't all know about and that you think is share-worthy, please let me know. I would love to share out some of the cool things that are happening around us as we trudge through these long days. As far as today's message, I'm just going to tell you a bit of a story. This is probably about 40 years or so ago. A young man from a poor family with no real prospects for improvement decided that he wanted to become a performer. He and his family had lived through many rough patches in his life due to his father's frequent unemployment status, including a stint where they lived in a van for some time. However, he survived it and went on to become a stage performer. He continued to struggle, even doing something that he really loved, surviving by doing odd jobs and getting bit parts and doing stand-up comedy. And then one day he finally decided that he had seen enough of just eking out an existence and scraping by. So he drove to a remote area in the Hollywood Hills where he could see all the glimmering lights of the entertainment industry and made a commitment to himself in an unusual way. He wrote a check to himself for $10 million, and in the memo field he wrote, "for services rendered." This was his way of making a commitment to being successful, and writing it down and putting it in his wallet gave him a permanent reminder of his goal. TV personality Oprah Winfrey once said, "You become what you believe." Well, Jim Carrey believed that he could become a major player in Hollywood, and he was right. Ascending to the top of the stand-up comedy arena and then conquering TV in the very funny show In Living Color, and then later in such blockbuster movies as Dumb and Dumber and Liar Liar. At one point, he was getting paid $20 million per film, all because he made a commitment to himself and his future. So I ask you, what's going to be in your wallet? I know that was a very long message today, and you've got a lot of work to do. So get to it, and remember, we got this. Thanks for listening, and have a great day.